What's up YouTube? We're back with another episode of WellCode vlog, and I'm here in my room in Los Angeles while doing an internship with Google, and I just found out that I need a better laptop for video editing, and I'm selling my current laptop, which is a Lenovo Yoga. I've had it for 1 year. It doesn't have a video card, but otherwise it runs pretty well. And now I'm gonna do a factory reset, and I want to see how much I can resist without a laptop. I have a backup laptop. I have a Pixelbook. Yeah, so this is the Pixelbook. It's not mine, I got it from Google, so I'm using it just for work purposes. If things run really bad, like I need to make a payment or something, I may use that laptop. I've already ordered a Macbook Pro with the i9 processor, but apparently it has some heating issues, so I may have to return it and get another laptop. But I want to see how many things can I get done just using my mobile phone. I've bought my first laptop at the end of 10th grade. I saved a lot of money, so I did a coding contest starting from the 9th grade, so 2 years of coding contest and obviously some help from my family, and I got my first laptop. Back then it was 2011. I've got the Dell Inspiron, I forgot the model, but I got it purposely without the video card in order to force myself to write code and not waste time on playing video games. I've got a Lenovo for a short while, and afterwards I won a MacBook Air, which I used for 4 years, and I've sold my Lenovo in order to buy some lenses for a camera which I had back then. And afterwards the MacBook Air was the best laptop I've ever had. It lasted 4 years, and then I got this nice Lenovo which doesn't have a video card and it's ready to reset. One annoying thing about this laptop was that I always had to switch between Windows and Linux, so when I needed Photoshop or when I needed some kind of multimedia stuff while I was on the go, because I also have a good PC where I do the video editing, it was annoying. So if I want to switch from coding to Photoshop, I just needed to restart the laptop. Even though it has fast SSD drive, it's still a bit annoying to do the switch. And that was one of the reasons I've ordered a MacBook, because I also have the advantage of using a terminal and doing coding on it. I can also do video editing, and hopefully everything will work as expected. Another thing which I forgot to tell you is, if you're selling your laptop, don't forget to wipe your hard drive. Don't just delete the files, because they can be recovered. The way it works when you press delete is that the hard drive has a list of places in memory where every file is, and when you press delete, just that thing gets erased, and the hard drive knows that it has more space and it can write where the old file was. If you use a data recovery program, you can restore all the data. So if you have credit card data, if you sell your laptop, the new buyer may be able to buy it. So don't forget to wipe your hard drive. There are a lot of YouTube videos about that. It's pretty easy to do. And now let's get back to work and wipe all the data. I already feel some pain from not using the laptop, because I have to chat with my team, and currently I'm using just a phone, and obviously I can't write as fast on a touchscreen as I can on a keyboard. So I made up my mind. I'll just return the MacBook, and the episode of no laptop, of living without laptop, will end pretty soon. Probably I'm going to the Apple store to pick a MacBook, the basic version of it. Hopefully it will be enough for video editing. I've got my laptop and now I'm heading home. I'm looking forward to testing it, but strange things here in Santa Monica. The homeless people are so strange, and it's scary compared to like regular homeless people, which we also have in Romania, where the homeless people in New York who just look like regular homeless people, but here they look like they're a bit crazy, they're a bit mad, they're in their own world and talking with themselves, and yeah, that feels really weird and scary and also sad. Trip was just cancelled, and it's an interesting thing. It's the first time when I use Uber without internet. So if you ask why, it's because US SIM cards don't work with my phone, and I was too lazy to set up Uber on the other phone. So it was first time it was cancelled, so I did a hotspot on the first phone in order to see what's happening with the other one. Okay, I'm back at my home. I took some sleep because I'm a bit stressed and I didn't get enough sleep lately. And the work I'm doing for Google, it's pretty exhausting. But now I'm more energetic and let's land the day without the laptop. So I just got the Apple Macbook Pro from the Apple Store. And let's unbox it. I think that you can't be productive a lot of time without laptop, especially if you have to talk with other people, because typing on a keyboard is a lot faster than just typing on a phone, and also switching between apps. If you're trying to arrive somewhere, it's easier to just use Google Maps on desktop and have a bigger map than using the tiny screen on the phone. However, I'm not feeling that there were some things that I couldn't do. Even if I needed to write some long texts, I still think I could do that on my phone, but it's just so uncomfortable at the point that you just prefer having a laptop as soon as possible. Probably you've seen a lot of Mac unboxing videos, so this thing won't bring anything, but I'm still very curious about how it looks like, how it feels, and if it's useful. And then I need to get back to work to upload the videos. Some people from Romania just got angry because I'm switching to English. I can understand that because it's easier to understand new things about coding and about life in general in your own language than compared to some foreign language that you're learning. I don't think it's that extreme. Like, you can still understand it and it's not that big of an effort. I feel that just learning how to write code is a much bigger effort than just understanding a new language. And however, this was our belief from the beginning that we need to talk with the users and help them whenever they have a problem, be as close as possible to them. So I'm gonna write a post about it and explain the reasons that we're switching to English and not get anyone sad and make them understand our point of view, and hopefully they'll switch to English because it's better to become good at English, because all the documentation online is in English, and if you want to work for a good company, you'll still need English. You'll still need to be able to talk fluently in it. Okay, so this is it. I owned, as I said earlier, I owned a MacBook Air. I still own it, and it was a great laptop. I used it for 4 years. It still works. Google Chrome, as it's well known, uses a lot of RAM and a lot of resources. So if I'm opening too many tabs on it, it doesn't work as well. And I also need to restart it from time to time. I prefer not restarting my laptops. Okay, so here is the USB-C cable. And yeah, I won't insist on that because you're used to that. You're seeing a lot of unboxing videos. You're not getting any value from it, but let's see how it will feel like from a programming point of view. Yeah, so I got it because usually when I'm doing coding, I need to use Linux for writing code for WellCode, and afterwards, if I need to do some video editing or some photo edits, I need to switch back from Windows, and switching back and forth can get annoying, and I prefer having just one single system on which I can do all my work. And I also like more Mac OS. Usually laptops don't have good trackpads. You can't switch apps as easily as you can do on a Mac, and this was another big reason. And also I feel like Linux has all sorts of bugs. So for example, on my old laptop, when using Linux, I couldn't use headphones, and I'm not like a power user who can blindly just write commands and install all sorts of drivers and do all the configurations there. So I prefer avoiding that and prefer something which works out of the box, and I only want to do tweaking when it comes to programming, when it comes to installing libraries, because you just can't get away with that. So those were the reasons. I'll do another video about why did I get the Mac, and the reasons you shouldn't worry about not having money to buy it. More about that later. Yeah, it has some plastic cover. Now it comes in space gray, which is a bit darker. In the photos looks a lot darker, but it's not than the previous silver one. It's nice. I can open it with one hand. It has a screen protector, and it just opened up. I love the smell of new hardware. And it feels so good. Let's see, the back feels different. Yeah, it has it's cutted here and also here. I don't know if you can see it on the side, and that's different from, I think, the other Macs. Yeah.
Use English as the main language. Press the return key.
The speakers just sound way better than what you're used to in a regular Windows laptop. Just to be clear, I never used a 17-inch laptop, just 15-inch, and the MacBook Air was 13. So I'm used with laptops who don't have good speakers, and maybe that's why this sounds better. People complained about the keyboard. I don't know about that yet. Right now I'm installing it, and yeah, it's not a good idea to just use your phone for the task. Just the phone is a replacement when you're in a car, when you're traveling, for keeping up with friends or for communicating with other people, but you shouldn't use it as the only device for doing things. I also remember a lot of people on WellCode ask about a mobile app, so they wanted to use it on mobile, and I'm always telling them, well, to my knowledge, until this point there are no apps who were written on a phone or on a tablet, like good apps, and all the development is still done on laptops, it's still done on computers, so you shouldn't use a phone for writing or for learning how to write code. Also, you need at least half an hour for learning something new regarding to programming, or for just fixing a new thing that you're learning. So in order to do that, it's good just sit in front of a laptop or in front of a computer and focus on learning, not multitask between your Facebook Messenger and the website you're reading from. This ends the video. It was a horrible day without a laptop. However, it wasn't that horrible because it was only one day, but I don't think I could have resisted more.